Trust God, not people. Once upon a time, in a quiet little village, there lived a humble woodcutter. Every single morning, before touching his axe or stepping into the forest, he would walk up a peaceful hill. At the top stood a small old shrine. Nothing fancy, nothing decorated, just a simple place where people came to pray in silence. The woodcutter would bow his head, close his eyes, and whisper softly, "God, guide me, give me strength for the day." But every time he walked back down the hill, he saw the same scene. A group of villagers gathered under a large tree, talking, arguing, and asking anyone who passed by for help. One man would plead, "Help me, please. I trust you can fix my problems." Another would complain, "Why doesn't anyone help me? People always ignore me." The woodcutter heard the same voices every day. At first, he simply walked past them, but one evening, as he rested from a long day of work, a thought entered his mind. Interesting. Some people turn to God first, and some turn to people. One seeks divine help. The other depends only on human hands. Smiling a little to himself, the woodcutter nodded. "Tomorrow," he said quietly, "I will be deep inside the forest." Those villagers under the tree always ask people for help. Their trust lies in human promises, not in God. So, let us test something. He took a small cloth bag, filled it with fresh warm bread, and placed a shining silver coin at the bottom. "Give this to the man who always complains and begs from people," he told his young nephew. "Tell him it came from a kind stranger. If he trusts people so much, let us see how far that trust takes him." The nephew agreed. Early the next morning, he walked down the hill. He handed the bag to the loudest villager, the one who always waited for others to solve his problems. "A generous man heard your cries yesterday," the boy said. "He sent this food for you." The man's eyes lit up. Finally, someone listened to him. He grabbed the bag without a word of thanks and began eating the bread greedily. Showing off to the others, he said proudly, "See, people help me. I get what I want." Halfway through the meal, he tossed the leftovers toward a quiet villager sitting nearby. "Here, take this," he said carelessly. "Better than anything you'll ever find." The quiet man smiled gently and carried the bag home. Later that evening, as he finished the last few bites, something sparkled at the bottom. A shining silver coin. His hands trembled. Tears filled his eyes. The next morning, he climbed the hill not to ask, but to thank. When the woodcutter returned that evening, he asked the boy what happened. The nephew told him everything. The woodcutter looked up toward the shrine and saw the quiet man praying with joy, and the loud complainer still sitting under the tree, waiting for someone else to fix his life. With a deep sigh, the woodcutter said, "You see, my child, one puts faith in God and receives blessings. The other puts faith in people and remains empty. What is meant for someone always finds its way to them. God's help always arrives at the right time, when He decides to lift you. No person can stop your rise, and when something is not written for you, no human on earth can place it in your hands. So trust His plan, not the promises of people, because whatever is truly yours will reach you no matter how many twists life takes. If you believe that God never forgets those who trust Him, type God in the comments and show the world that your faith is still alive.